Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new elite family of woods and irons from Callaway.
So this is how it looks. He was 1 over through 2, having begun at the 10th and then had that double at 15, but just bounced back really with 6 birdies since then. Just 28 putts on his day. Let's hear what he had to say to the media after the round.
I think both days my iron play has been really, really good. I've hit a lot of shots really close to the pin and gave myself like a lot of good chances. Today there was like 2 or 3 bad drives that costed me, but I still felt pretty good over the ball, and I think I hit some good tee shots out there also.
Do you think missing the cut at the Open helped you, having those extra few days to recharge?
No, I don't think so. The bonus was my family was there, so I got to spend a little bit of time with my kids and see some of Ireland, which was pretty nice. It's a beautiful place, so it's nice to get to see some things.
In the last 2 weeks of the season, what are your goals for this week and next?
Well, I take every week as it comes, and I said yesterday, I mean, every week is an opportunity to try and bounce back and do something special. I put myself in a bit of a tough position, but there's still quite a lot of events left, so.
Yeah, such a nice guy, Thorbjørn Olesen. He's been really a stalwart over on the DP World Tour for many years now, trying to make a name here on the PGA Tour. And you take a look at what he's done. 8 wins over on the other circuit. Retained his card thanks to his top 10 finish in the Race to Dubai rankings last year. He was part of that winning European Ryder Cup team at the Golf National in Paris in 2018. Good friends with the likes of Rory McIlroy and plenty of others. He's finished tied 5th, his best so far this season on the PGA Tour at the Valero Texas Open. So we will see what he can do this weekend. You told me earlier, Jim, you don't forget how to win. But this is going to be a little bit of a different pressure cooker for him, I feel, this weekend.
Yeah, he's trying to get in the playoffs. It is trying to win on the PGA Tour. But I think when you get in the moment of winning or having a chance to win, you know what those feelings are like. But when you were winning consistently, like he was, it was second nature. And I think that's one of the things he has to adjust to. But he mentioned something in his presser. I found something Thursday. And I think, it just sometimes it takes one shot or two, a feel, and the guys could do it. But like he said, he mentioned he's at the top, first or second, ball striking. So he's really been solid. Putter's working as well. But like you said, now you're trying to get a win on the PGA Tour. I think when you get in contention, you it's the feelings you have, and you're playing well, so there's no doubts in there. And I think those are the things he hasn't had the year he expected to have. But it's a bunched up leaderboard. You got, 16 guys within 4 shots. So he knows he's got to go out and shoot some low numbers the next couple of days. I think that's good for him because he'll stay aggressive that way.
It feels a bit like a career resurgence for him as well. He was just so successful over on the DP World Tour, had a bit of a slump for a few years and a few things going off outside the golf course. Now he's back inside the ropes playing his best and has a great opportunity this weekend. You mentioned the top 70. That is kind of the bubble, the key number that everybody wants to be inside upon the conclusion of the Wyndham Championship next week. So here are some of the notable names that are currently outside of there right now. Keep an eye, by the way, on number 80, Rasmus Højgaard. We'll bring you an update on what he's doing in just a moment. But plenty of these names are in the field this week. Gary Woodland being one of them, Max Homa being another, currently outside the top 100 right now. So let's take a look at some of these notable names and where they sit on this leaderboard. Thorbjørn Olesen playing his way well inside the top 70 right now. If he can hang on, Chris Kirk is just outside, looking to move inside. And Emiliano Grillo is obviously outside, inside now. The same for Chris Kirk. So those top 3 names playing their way inside the bubble. Ben Ahn playing his way out at the moment. A lot of movement and a lot of golf still to go. But it was interesting to listen to the coverage, Jim, and Steve Sands said something that, at the beginning of the season, I don't think that many people, or the first portion of the season, are checking their FedExCup standings. Everybody knows exactly where they stand right now, don't they?
They do. When they mentioned that, and then when they went to 70, that put a lot of pressure on. Because 70, you really haven't had a bad season. You could have 7, 8 top 25s, but now you're trying to get in that top 70. Of course, top 100 now keeps your card. It will be the fall season. But these guys want to get to the playoffs. So much money, so much at stake to make the FedExCup playoffs. And with this week and next week, we've seen some guys that are on that bubble. Now they've missed a cut, and there's only 1 week left. And that's where you start things. You can't even go to bed. You're at home thinking, man, I need to be doing this, I need to do that. That's the hardest part. It's when you're playing, you know what you're doing. It's when you have that free time and your mind starts wandering. That's when it gets tough. But, some of these guys haven't had great seasons. Some of them have decent seasons. Playoffs is where everybody wants to do. That's the number one thing. You want to either win a tournament, but you've got to be in the playoffs at the end of the year.
It's kind of a goal everyone sets, isn't it? Make it to the playoffs. Yes. And now, to your point, it's even harder to do so with it being the top 70. Well, you saw one of the Højgaard twins on that list of notables outside the top 70. What are they doing this week? Well, don't look back in anger. They're enjoying Oasis, the great reunion of one of the best British bands of all time, Nikolai and Rasmus at Wembley, to watch Oasis play live. They'll be over here in the US soon, hoping to get out and see them myself. We expect to see them playing next week at the Wyndham Championship as they try to secure their position for the playoffs as well. Well, we have a couple of weeks of links golf for the LPGA Tour. The ISPS Handle Women's Scottish Open is taking place this week in Ayrshire, Scotland at Dundonald Links. And notably, Lottie Woad is making her professional debut after earning her card through the Elite program at the Evian Championship a couple of weeks ago. Let's show you how she performed today, Jim. This was a birdie at the 14th.
Yeah, she is an elite player as an amateur and starting her professional career pretty elite, like playing.
Well, after a good start yesterday, she began this round one stroke back of the lead, got to 6 under with that one at 14, and this was her approach into the 17th.
Yeah, yesterday the only bogey she made was on this hole, but there's not going to be a bogey with that swing. Beautiful play in there at 17 downwind.
It was a bogey-free round of 65 today, 2 better than her first ever round as a professional yesterday that she did in 67 strokes, and now she enters the weekend 2 strokes clear, leading at 12 under par, ahead of, no less, the world number 1 Nelly Korda, who she played with for the first 2 days, alongside Charlie Hull as well in that group. Plenty of other talent on this board. Nana Coates-Madsen is also part of that 2-way tie for second with Nelly. It is going to be fascinating to see what Lottie Woad does from this position. She did lead wire to wire and won an LET event just 3 weeks ago in Ireland. So let's get her reaction to her performance as a professional so far.
It's been great. The crowds are really good, even yesterday when we turned off early. So, yeah, it's just nice to have all the people come out.
2 shots clear heading into the weekend. Can you believe how well everything's going for you at the minute?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of trying to continue the momentum, really. I was obviously trying to play well, and yeah, I've just got confidence and just trying to keep on doing that.
But I know you're such a good amateur player and everything else, but are you a little bit surprised how good it's coming so quick, I guess, is the question I'm asking.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think I've played in 6, 7 majors now, so I've had all that experience, and obviously the LET event too, so it wasn't really new things, I guess, so kind of knew how to deal with it all.
I mean, she's incredibly humble. The guy's trying to get something out of her, like, this is wild. She's like, well, you know, I've played some pretty decent golf, and yes, she has. She's made 7 previous LPGA starts. This obviously her first as a professional. She finished tied 3rd at the Amundi 2 weeks ago, which is what gave her the final point needed in the LPGA Elite Amateur pathway in order to gain immediate status on the LPGA Tour, which is why she's able to make a professional debut this week, and then she will also play in the AIG Women's Open next week. It's impressive to see this 36-hole lead. I think considering as well, Jim, the people that she played alongside, notably Nelly Korda for the first couple of days, she's ready for this moment. And if we've learned and seen anything in amateur golf, elite amateur golf, college golf in recent years, you look at the Augusta National Women's Amateur, which Lottie won last year, nearly successfully defended this year. Right. These players are ready to come out and contend.
Rose Zhang's another example. We talked about it when she got her first win, 20 years old, almost 21. Lottie's a couple months older, but I think back at Evian, she got a taste of that. What it was like. I know she was an amateur. She didn't have the pro behind her name, but she got that taste of what it was like. They're so prepared when they come out as a turned professional because of the college level and the way they play. They're on TV. They're doing these interviews. It's amazing to see where she's come from when she did win at Augusta.